Okay, so every year when I post the information regarding the FCCCM and AFIC examinations, that the enrollments are open for these examinations for this year, I start getting lot of messages via WhatsApp, Telegram, and email regarding these examination. With what is the eligibility criteria, what is the fee structure, how can we apply, where to apply. Though whenever I say that this, I always mention the two official websites of the CCF, which is Critical Care Education Foundation. The two official websites are, one is collegeofcriticalcare.com and the other one is icueducation.com. I'll tell you the difference between both the website and what are the purpose of both these website. But because I got so much queries regarding these examinations, at times some students find it difficult to browse the website or get information from this website. So I thought of making this video on the most common questions asked regarding these examinations, so that it can help you out understanding what is the procedure, what is the eligibility, what is the fee structure. Means 7, 8 or 9, 10 questions which are commonly asked to me. I think this will help you out. So this Sunday afternoon I thought of recording this. So let's go to the two websites of College of Critical Care and the CCF. But before going there, understand that fellowship examination means FCCCM examination and AFIC examinations. These both are critical care examinations and these are run by CCF, Critical Care Education Foundation. FCCCM stands for Fellow of College of Critical Care Medicine and the AFIC stands for Advanced Fellowship in Intensive Care. You need to do first FCCCM and then you can get eligible to AFIC. If you go through this pathway, we'll discuss this. So let's go to the websites per se, and then on the website we'll see whether your questions are answered on the website or not, and if not, I'll bridge the gap there. So this is the one website, official website of College of Critical Care, which is collegeofcriticalcare.com, and the another one is icueducation.com. Now this college website gives you all the information regarding these examinations. What is the eligibility criteria, what are the fee structure, how to apply for exam, how to register for exam. All the informative part is present on collegeofcriticalcare.com. While on icueducation.com, the application part begins. Means you can apply for the membership here, you can make a login, you can get your own dashboard, you can then here apply for the exam, orientation, crash course. All the payment system and registration system is being done on icueducation.com. While in College of Critical Care website, you only get the information which is very important there. What are the coming things, all those things are coming here, and based on that you can go to icueducation.com and you can then apply for the respective courses and the self-assessment, whatever there. Now, why this two website? Understand that ICU Education not only provides applications for critical care exam, but also has some self-assessment modules also running on that. Some other things are also going on that. While College of Critical Care is website is specifically related to these exams and academic activities. So while on ICU Education, other than the exams, some modules are also there. Sorry, there is a rain must be coming. So ICU Education is taking registration not only for this exam but other activities also, seminars, webinars, orientation and assessment. That's why it's a separate module system. While college website is specifically dedicated for the college activities and these exams. So let's go to, firstly we'll understand when these exams are conducted. So means what are the expected dates. So let's go to if you go to this College of Critical Care website on the examination module, then you can go to exam dates and academic calendar. So here you can see that this is the journal structure of the exam FCCCM and AFIC. So earlier what was happening that FCCCM exam was of 2 years and AFIC was not introduced. Later on, when these exams are now being conducted for more than 20 odd years, so now the FCCCM exam is also of 1 year, and now AFIC fellowship is being introduced for last 3 years. So both the exams are of one year. So what is the academic calendar? Now course date, usually it starts in the in the July month of every year and completes in the next year June, while AFIC starts in the August and then it completes in the next year July. This is the usual academic calendar, but because of certain circumstances, like we in the May and June we had certain circumstances by which we need to postpone the exams for few weeks. So maybe dates for this year may be extended for couple of weeks later, like there was a war-like situation between the countries. So because of this 2-3 weeks, maybe it get extended. So typically FCCCM starts from July, ends in the June, and AFIC starts from August and ends in the July. So the registrations of these exams usually begins 2-3 months before. So for FCCCM from April to June and AFIC from April to July, like that. Now at present the registrations are open for both of them, and the date are 15 July, and with late fee you can go to 15 August. I'm not sure whether they can be extended or not, but they are already extended because of the circumstantial changes few weeks back. So this is the late fee. If you have late fee, will go to the fee structure also. Now what happens? So after this exam, we'll go to the teaching part also. Teaching part means we'll come to the teaching part later on. But basically, this is the calendar that usually in the July-August period they both starts and end in the next year June and July for that matter. Now the second question which is often being asked is, what is the eligibility criteria? Who can apply? So let's go to, first we'll see the FCCCM. So we go to exam details, FCCCM, and see what is the eligibility criteria. So firstly, it's a first year course, 1 year course. Now for both FCCCM and AFIC examinations, you need to be a member of College of Critical Care. So you need to have a College of Critical Care membership, and you can go to this ICU Education website. You can create your own login, just like I have logged in, and I am a member of College of Critical Care. So you need to be a member of College of Critical. It is usually a very fast process and very economical also, and you can apply for, you can create a login ID and then can apply for the membership, and you will get it very easily. Now coming to the actual eligibility. So for FCCCM examination, either one needs to be a graduate, means minimum MBBS or equivalent for overseas candidates, or diploma holder. And diploma must be also in certain specific categories like anesthesia, pulmonary medicine, or emergency medicine. These diploma, not like forensic medicine, not like microbiology diploma or pathology. You need to be having a diploma in certain specified things here: anesthesia, pulmonary medicine, emergency medicine. But if you feel that your post-graduation qualification is not it is directly or indirectly related to the above specialties medicine, like suppose what I say, that suppose you have done a family medicine, suppose you have done an internal medicine, and you feel that there was rotation or something like that, you can mail to office and office@ccf.in. This is the official email ID, and can get an explanation whether your diploma or degree will be considered equivalent to what is specified on the website. So in case of doubt, you can always write to college. So either an MBBS or a diploma holder can apply for FCCCM. Now if you are a graduate or a diploma holder, then post qualification, after the completion of graduation or diploma post graduation, the candidate must submit a proof of minimum 1 year ICU work experience. It is post qualification. So if somebody has done a MBBS and during the MBBS internship he was posted in the ICU, or suppose somebody has done a diploma in anesthesia and during that anesthesia period the candidate has been posted in the ICU, it won't be counted. One has to be have a 1 year ICU experience post qualification ICU experience, not during the qualification. But there is a catch. So that if you are not able to submit a 1 year ICU experience post qualification, a breakup of 266 months will also be sufficient. Means minimum 6 month continuous working experience in ICU will be considered towards the total 1 year. Means either one should have a 1 year ICU experience in a single hospital or single institution, or it can be 266 months. But 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 3 months working year, that won't be counted. Either it's 6 months equal to 1 year, or 1 year in a stretch, or it can be 10 months and then 3 months in continuation, something like that. But 2, 3, 4 months and mixing 4, 5 institution experience and making it 1 year, it won't be sufficient. It won't count. At least one has to be 6 months or more. Out of this, suppose 6 months are there, but it can be also 9 months and 3 months. But one of them must be in a single stretch more than 6 months. So that is very much required for this graduates and diploma holders. Now, if the person is a degree holder for like MD and DNB or equivalent to that, then only 6 month post qualification ICU experience is required. For graduates and diploma holder, it's 6 months. 1 year, and for degree holders, it is 6 months post quali. It is post qualification. You need to understand. Obviously, I've told you if it is not mentioned, if your postgraduate qualification is not mentioned, you can already go to office.ccf.in and can ask them. Now, suppose you are an overseas candidate or an Indian candidate who has done a qualification which is a foreign qualification like EDIC, which is very common or very much recognized. So if you have done an European diploma in intensive care, so it's an international critical care course. Such candidates need not to provide an ICU certificate. Why? Reason is because if your international diploma or degree mandates 12 months of minimum working in ICU, we will consider that. For example, when you apply for EDIC, they ask you need to have working experience, training experience of minimum 18 months or 24 months. So they already have covered your ICU experience while in their eligibility. So we'll take that eligibility, the college will take the eligibility, and you need not to provide a different ICU experience other than that. So if your national, international critical care examination, if you have done any intensive care examination in which they require your mandate 12 hours of minimum working in an ICU, will consider that experience. So that's a benefit. See, important thing is online examinations will not be considered an ICU experience. Like suppose you're doing an online course or online certificate examinations where you don't need to work in the ICU, then it will not be considered as an ICU experience, and it will not be considered as a graduation, post-graduation per se also. So this is something for the eligibility of FCCCM. Now let's go to the AFIC, Advanced Fellowship eligibility criteria. Let's see. So it stands for Advanced Fellowship in Intensive Care. Now let's see the eligibility criteria. Now again, you need to be a member of College of Critical Care Medicine. You can go to the icueducation.com and apply for membership, obviously. Now there are two pathways to register for AFIC. One, if you have cleared an FCCCM examination, fair enough, nothing, very simple. You just need to apply for AFIC. Those who have passed FCCCM examination, you can directly apply for the AFIC examination. No other formality is needed. You are already a member of college. You have already completed a ICU experience. You already cleared a critical care exam, FCCCM. You just need to apply for AFIC examination of next 1 year. That's it. But suppose you have not cleared FCCCM examination, how you can apply for advanced fellowship? So the postgraduate who have completed MD, DNB in anesthesia, general medicine, pulmonary or emergency medicine, in these four specialty, Again, I think there is a rainy season, rain may be coming. So the postgraduates who have passed MD or DNB in anesthesia, general medicine, pulmonary medicine, or emergency medicine, they can apply. In addition, this is not a sufficient condition. This is a necessary condition. Means you need to have a postgraduate degree in this specialty. Plus, they need to clear an international exam or national exam in intensive care. For example, in addition, they must have passed any international national examination critical intensive care that can apply for AFIC. Again, online examinations are not considered. Online examination provided they don't ask for your mandatory working in the ICU. But if there is an online exam, for example, EDIC nowadays has become online after the COVID, but it mandates that you need to work in ICU for a minimum period of 18 to 24 months. So it's more than 1 year working is mandate. So we'll take that. But if in a fellowship, like 6 months fellowship exam is there, many websites are there which provide 6 months certificate exam or 1 year certificate exam, but they don't ask you to work in ICU, then it will not be considered. So this is the second condition. You need to have a postgraduate degree. You need to have a clear critical care exam. Plus, third is they need to attend a orientation course which is provided by the college for FCCCM. Means other than AFIC, means once you have applied for, if you have completed these two eligibility criteria, postgraduate degree plus a critical care exam, then when you will apply it for AFIC examination, you need to have attended the 4-day workshop of orientation workshop of FCCCM also. This is not a requirement for applying, but when you apply, you need to attend that. This is a mandate. So again, if you feel your postgraduate qualification is not mentioned here and you feel it is related to this, you can go and go to college website and mail to office@ccf.in and they will answer your query. So this is about the eligibility. Now, what is the fee structure? So before jumping to the fee structure, let's get back to the from where you can apply, which institute you can apply for these courses, whether you need to leave your job or not. I will answer that, and what is the teaching pattern like that, and then we'll go to the fee structure. So first question is whether you need to leave your job or city for applying this examination. Before it was there some few years back, but the COVID has changed many things, and also the feedbacks of the candidates that it's very difficult for them to leave the job and family, and there is a financial problem also when they switch the jobs for certain institutions, and requiring the role of intensivist in the country, especially in the COVID time when we found that. So that thing the college has considered and has removed the mandatory institution enrollment. So there are certain institutes where the institutes are registered, where the fellowships and mentors are there which are teaching this course, and there are many institutes where they are not mentors, but they have an ICUs and the people are working in the ICUs like that. So as of now, you can apply from any institute in which you are working if that institute has a critical care medicine department, like ICUs are there. If the hospital has an ICU and you are working there, you can apply for these examinations. If you have, the one question also arises that suppose you had worked previously in the intensive care, like for 2 years you have worked in an ICU and now you are working in an institute, or you are working as a physician which in which you are not doing a full-time ICU, but you are attached to institution and you are visiting the intensive care, then you can also apply and you can write to college regarding this and they will consider your application, but you need to take the permission regarding this. But as of now, you don't need to change your job and city per se. Give me a second so that I can fix this. Sorry. So I had fixed this. I think it won't disturb now. So you don't need to leave your job. You can work from whichever place you are working, and you can apply for the exam. Mandatorily, provided that you already have an ICU experience with you. Secondly, but those candidates who are working in a registered, recognized hospital or institute by the CCF, and they have a mentor there, the fee structure differ. There will be slight difference in the fee structure. We'll see that. I think they must have removed that also, but we'll go to the fee structure. Now, the next question arises: if we are not enrolled in an institute which is recognized by CCF, and they just have an ICU there, what about the teaching part? How you will get to teach? So the curriculum is there, you need to read the books and all those things, but college take care of the teaching. College understands, and to standardize the teaching, what they do is they for both I'll tell you regarding the, yes, let's come here. You see, we were on the academic calendar previously. The college conducts teachings in three format, means three ways. One is the orientation, which is physical orientation. Second is the online teaching year wise, and the third is a crash course just before the exam. So what happens that for both FCCCM, when you enroll in June or July, somewhere around 1 or 2 months later, you have 4-day orientation course for FCCCM and a 4-day orient course of AFIC. So in that, they tells you about how to prepare for the exam, what are the syllabus there. Then it teach you the different modules of the exam: ECGs, X-ray, hemodynamic monitoring, how to antibiotics, sonography, echo, ventilator. All those things are trained. The college take case in a physical orientation program, which is done for FCCCM 1 or 2 months after the enrollment, and the same with the AFIC enrollment. Now after that, there are weekly classes online, which the college faculty and the previous fellows take the online classes. Sometimes good fellows from that year also take the class, and every week this activity continues. It continues for up to Feb or March, because you need to have time also for preparation. So after that it halts, so that you can prepare for your exam. And then near about 1 month before the exam, actual exam, they conduct a revision and crash course, 4-day workshop. So what happens, what you have learned over the period of whole year, both for FCCC and AFIC, there is a 4-day workshop in which it will not be detailed orientation as you have done before the examination. It will be a crash course, how to crack the exam, how to solve the questions, how you apply what you have learned in your whole year to crack the exam. So this is a revision sort of crash course which is done before the exam, actual exam. And then you need to submit a logbook over the period of year for what you have done. These are the formalities, these are the requirements which you can go. So, and exam dates I have already told you. It is in the June or July, or July and August for the next year. Suppose AFIC you applied in the August this year, so in July next year you will be exam. In FCCC you apply in the June this year, so it will be somewhere in the June next year. So this is the academic calendar. So this is how the teaching is been done. So that's why this model has been adapted, because you, even if you are not working in a recognized intensive care unit by the CCF, the teaching should get standardized, and they are evolving in the teaching pattern every years. They're trying to make the best possible teaching arrangements for the college. They provide you round the whole year support for that. Now let's go to fee structure. So you go and let's go to fee structure. So this is an updated fee structure last year. So we have FCCCM straightforward, AFIC either by the FCCCM pathway, and AFIC by the non-FCCCM pathway, means post graduation plus a critical care exam, and then you can apply. So for Indian candidates, it is as mentioned on the website. You need to go to the website at that particular point of time and see the structure. It is 40,000 rupees plus GST. AFIC it is 50,000 plus GST. And AFIC for non FCCCM pathway. Remember, for non-FCCCM pathway AFIC examination, they need to mandatory attend the FCCCM orientation course, because it's a very, very important course. It is one we cannot go to the AFIC until unless we have done a master on this orientation course of FCCCM. So that's why the fee structure is a little bit high for AFIC via non-FCCCM pathway, because it includes the mandatory 4-day FCCCM orientation course fee also, which these candidates needs to attend. If you are coming via the FCCCM pathway, you already have done this, that's why it is not included. So this is the fee structure for Indian candidates. ESBICM is already in a pilot project. It is going on icueducation.com. We are not going to cover this because it's an online exam. We can do it in later. So this is for overseas candidates. It is in dollars. So this is the fees which is mentioned here: $799 USD for FCCCM, AFIC 999, and AFIC non FCCCM pathways $1299. Now for orientation course, again, this is the fees 15,000 plus GST for FCCCM. AFIC, it is 20,000 plus GST, and it is same for AFIC, means for even non-FCCCM pathway. This is for orientation course fees for international overseas candidates, and this is the crash course or revision course which is required. So it is divided into three structures. One is your examination and enrollment fees, the other is the orientation fees, and the other is the revision or crash course fees. If you calculate all the fees, it is still less than 1 lakh per year, which is way cheaper than the amount of teaching, amount of approach which these courses are providing. Believe me, it will change your approach to the critical care once you enroll for this. You can ask any candidate who has cleared this exam. So this is was the fee structure. So you need to go to fee structure and can see. So we have covered when the exams are conducted. We have covered what is the eligibility. We have covered the fee structure. We have covered the teaching. We have covered from which institute we can do. So duration of the course. All this we have covered. The one thing remaining is how to apply for the exam. So I have told you already in the starting that for applying for the exam you need to go to icueducation.com, but there is a video present on here whenever you go to any examination in the site how to apply for FCCCM examination. It's a very good video. It's a whole process, how to make an account, how to fill the form, how to adjust the photograph, everything is there. You can go to this video. I'll share the link of this video in the description of the form. And then you need to go to icueducation.com. You click on the login, or if you don't have a login, you create a register account here, then you apply for the membership, and in your module you will get the link to register for the courses when the window period is open. But this video you can see, and you can see and understand that how to register for this exam. It's a very detailed video on filling the form, uploading the form. Everything is mentioned in this beautiful video. So I hope I had tried to answer some of the most common queries which I receive on email, WhatsApp, Insta, Telegram regarding these exams. So right now when I am seeing this, I am standing in the June 29th 2025, and still the enrollments are open. So till 15 July you can apply for these examinations. And if you are not applying, if you feel somebody of your colleagues interested and they need to do this course, you can definitely share this video with them or share about this exam for them. Maybe it's of some help to them, because India technically needs a lot of intensivists at the moment. We are running very short of them, and it's a good career opportunity. And somebody who really wants to learn in critical care, believe me, this exam will change your approach and vision towards the critical care. So I hope this video was helpful. If you still have any queries, you can directly mail to college email, which is office@ccf.in. When you go here, this is the mailing address. You see it is the written office@ccf.in. There is a phone number also on WhatsApp you can do, and you can, if you don't hear from the office, you can drop a mail to chairman. So this is in short about FCCCM and AFIC examinations. If you still have queries, other than the office email, you can ask in the comments of this video. So take care. Thank you for asking the questions, and see you in the next video. Thank you.